Good morning, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are enjoying your holidays. But the study should not be stopped. So, today we are going to study social studies. For class 5th, lesson number 20, major occupations in India, that is industries part 1, presented by Durga Thapa. So my dear students, let's begin our lesson number 20, Major Occupations in India, Industries, Part 1. Students, we have studied in the previous lesson that nature is full of resources, natural resources, and we know that the most of the natural resources cannot be used without processing. So, human beings made the industries where they can manufacture useful products from the raw materials after processing them. For example, sugar is made up of sugar cane. So, sugar is the processed material and sugar cane is the raw material. In the same way, cloth is made up of cotton, utensils and machines are made up of aluminium and steel. There are different types of industries in India that process the raw material into the useful goods. So students, what are the objectives of the industrial policy? Why we set up an industry? The first one is to maintain a sustained growth in productivity. Number 2 is to enhance gainful employment. Number 3, third, to achieve optimal utilization of human resources. Fourth, to attain international competitiveness. And number 5, to transform India into a major partner and player in the global arena. Now students, let us study what are the factors required to set up the industries. If one person wants to set up an industry, what are his needs, what are his requirements? The first one is the raw material. As we have studied that industries are the centers where raw materials are processed into the useful goods. Suppose we want to make the sugar, so we need the sugar cane as a raw material. Number 2 is machines. Machines will change the raw material into the processed goods. So the machines are required. Number 3 is latest technology. Latest technology machines and the latest technology is used to make the current required materials in the market. Number 4, power. Power is used to, power is like electricity and the coal that will run the machines. Number 5, skilled and unskilled labor like engineers to take care of the machines and unskilled labor who will pick the raw material and the processed material to the railway station and to the other places. Number 6 is finance. Finance means money. Everything will be required the finance, like raw materials. We have to buy the raw materials from the farmers, and then machines also we have to hire. So everything needs the finance. Number 7, transport facilities like roadways and the railway track should be there near the factories. Number 8 is market. Obviously, all the processed goods should be reached to the market, then only the factories will be run. So let's study the types of industries. Students, on the basis of their size and the investment, industries can be divided into 3 categories. The first one is cottage industry, number 2, small scale industry, and number 3, large scale industry. So let's begin with the first category, that is cottage industry. When few people make the things with very minimum investment in their home with simple tools, that is like shoe making, basket making, shawl making, blanket making, toys making, and earthen pots making. This is known as the cottage industry. Here in this photo also you can see a woman is making the Japanese umbrellas with simple tools, and she is single lady. So these type of industries are known as the cottage industry, which require few people and minimum investment and very small place. Now students, here you can see some of the examples of the cottage industry, where in the first picture you can see a lady is making the shawl. In the second picture you can see a potter is making the pottery with using a potter wheel. In number 3, a man is making the toys and the simple earthen pots. And in number 4, you can see 2 women are making the baskets. So all these are examples of the cottage industry, which require very less investment and very few people with simple tools. Let's begin with the second category, that is small scale industries. What are the small scale industries? So let's read about it. Students, when more people work in the small factories with more investment and at the larger scale than the cottage industry, and produce the goods like utensils, plastic goods, hosiery garments, ready-made garments, and so these are the examples of the small scale industries. They require more manpower, more investment, and the big place than the cottage industry. They are the small industries. So here you can see the examples of the small scale industries. The first one is the machinery. Here small machines and tools are made up, and in the second one you can see the garment, that is hosiery garment, ready-made garment industry. Number third is the small tool making industry, and number 4 is the cotton industry, where threads are made up of the cotton. So these are the examples of the small scale industries with more resources, more machines, more investment and more manpower. Students, here you can see the perfect example of small scale industry, where you can compare the small scale industry with the cotton industry. It requires, as you can see here, so many people are working together and they are using the machines also, and they require the more space than the cotton industry, more manpower than the cotton industry, and more equipments and more tools or more machines than the cotton industry. The last category is the large scale industry. Now what is a large scale industry? Students, in large scale industry, the people need very big amount of the finance, or you can say the very big amount of the investment, and they need the hundreds and hundreds of workers, like with the technicians, like engineers, technicians, and the low category of people that load the things from one place to another place. So they need very latest technology and a very huge amount of very big machines. As you can see, this is the perfect example of the large scale industry, and that is spread over a very large area. Here you can see lots of factories are there, and it requires a lot of investment. The examples of the large scale industries are the steel and iron industry, automobile industry, ship making industries, and the aeroplane making industries, and the cotton textiles is also an example of the large scale industry. Here you can see they need a very large amount of investment, the hundreds of people as workers, technicians and engineers, and a very large area, and they always connected to the business areas. Thank you, my dear students. I hope you understood the chapter industries very well. So your homework is to read the chapter carefully and properly so that you can understand it properly. Thank you and have a nice day.